Hillary Clinton's speech, 22 direct mentions of your name, 78 references, very tough, including this one hit on your temperament.
A man you can bait with a tweet is not a man we can trust with nuclear weapons.
She's a very dishonest person.
Now don't forget, this is coming from the man that has lied more than all Democratic candidates combined.
Honestly, she lies a lot, and she should tell the truth. I honestly believe if she told the truth, because she made some reference to my campaigning, I've had a flawless campaign. You'll be writing books about this campaign.
Dayton, Saturday afternoon. Trump's startled when a protester storms the stage. Look at the Secret Service circle round him fast. And overnight in Kansas City, police use pepper spray outside a Trump rally, arrest 4. It's all after a week where a Trump supporter was arrested for cold cocking a protester.
Your campaign has been anything but flawless.
And yet she's criticizing my campaign. Now, her campaign, she couldn't beat Bernie. Okay.
Well, she did beat him.
Well, barely. And there's questions even about that.
Winning 60% of all delegates, about 2/3, is not barely. It's a majority.
What exactly is your relationship with Vladimir Putin?
I have no relationship with Putin. I have no relationship with Putin.
Even though over the years, Donald Trump can be quoted saying that he has a strong, good relationship with Putin.
NATO is going to be just fine, but NATO countries, we have 28 countries, many of them are taking advantage of us because they're not paying. So we're protecting these countries and they're not paying.
The NATO alliance is not about payment. The NATO alliance, basically, there's an agreement between all of these countries that if another nation declares war on one of them, it's a declaration of war on all of us, all of the NATO countries. There's nothing about money in there. Just let's be clear with that, okay?
In the meantime, he's going away. He takes Crimea. He's sort of,
But you said you might recognize that.
I'm going to take a look at it.
So, there you go. There's Trump saying that he's considering recognizing Crimea as being owned by Russia.
Now, that was just so you understand, that was done under Obama's administration. And as far as the Ukraine is concerned, it's a mess. And that's under the Obama's administration.
Obama does not own Ukraine.
Your tax returns.
My tax returns are very simple. They're under a minor audit, routine audit, as they have been for many years. Every year I get audited. Now, I don't know if you get audited, but I have friends that are very wealthy, so it is unfair. But I will say, when I'm finished with the audit, I'll do it.
Richard Nixon released his, even though his were under audit.
Don't use Richard Nixon as necessarily the guide, okay? I mean, you know, it's an interesting person to use, but don't use it.
Well, there's no reason you shouldn't release your tax returns. So I don't know what you have to hide.
Mike Bloomberg.
Yeah.
Very tough on you at the Democratic convention.
Trump says he wants to run the nation like he's running his business? God help us.
Called you a con man, reckless.
I don't know him well.
Played golf together.
Oh, maybe once.
Here's what he hit you on in the speech.
And I hit the ball a lot longer, a lot better.
Dude, this is so childish. Just stop making everything about yourself. Jeez.
There was a man named Kaiser Khan speaking at the Democratic convention last night. His son, Captain Humayun Khan, was killed serving in Iraq, and he had some very tough questions for you.
Have you even read the United States Constitution? I will gladly lend you my copy. You have sacrificed nothing and no one.
He said you wouldn't have even let his son in America.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know that. I saw him. He was, very emotional and probably looked like a nice guy to me. His wife, if you look at his wife, she was standing there. She had nothing to say. Maybe she wasn't allowed to have anything to say. You tell me, but plenty of people have written that.
I am very, upset when I heard that. I didn't say anything because I was in the pain. If you are in the pain, you fight or you don't say anything. I am not a fighter. I can't fight. So that best thing I did was quiet.
Running for president is not an entitlement to disrespect Gold Star family and Gold Star mother not realizing her pain. Shame on him. Shame on his family. He is not worthy of our comments. He has no decency.
Seriously, Trump. Fuck you. No decency, no respect. You make me sick.
How would you answer that, Father? What sacrifice have you made for your country?
I think I've made a lot of sacrifices. I work very, very hard. I've created thousands and thousands of jobs, tens of thousands of jobs, built great structures. I've had tremendous success. I think
Those
I've
are
done a lot.
sacrifices?
Oh, sure, I think they're sacrifices.
No. Last time I looked at the dictionary, sacrifice is something you lose and success is something you gain.
Here's the statement. Captain Humayun Khan was a hero to our country, and we should honor all who have made the ultimate sacrifice to keep our country safe. While I feel deeply for the loss of his son, Mr. Khan, who has never met me, has no right to stand in front of millions of people and claim I have never read the Constitution, which is false, and say many other inaccurate things.
This is proof that you have not read the Constitution, Trump. See, he does have a right to say that. That's called the First Amendment. Maybe you should read it. First Amendment also protects freedom of religion, freedom of the press, freedom of assembly, freedom to protest, and you have infringed on every single one of those rights in your campaign. Every single one. It's ridiculous. Sorry for the harsh tone of this video, guys. I hoped you kind of enjoyed it, and if you feel offended by it, once again, I'm sorry. I was just kind of upset at Trump's comments because they are pretty ridiculous. But nonetheless, I respect everybody's opinion, including Trump, and so I promise I'm not going to make too many negative videos like this, but I feel like it had to be done. But anyways, subscribe if you want to see more, and thanks for watching.